over here. To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know... On second thought, maybe we don't need to know? It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't... As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the...
What sort of...
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child?
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have...
Of course, Father. It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been... If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny... Oh, wait a second. If we're your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Of course. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying. We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions...
Okay, we'll come with! There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate!
Well, you're more...
Linny! You're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's all right! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she... Wait a second! That's the rumor?
Oh, wait! When guests visit, you're...
Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you!
Come on, we insist! I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth! He's super good at it! He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some points.
Wait,
But those are the... Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of some...
All right, Foltz. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say you're...
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we have had...
Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Bye!
Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. Filio, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting. After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filio.
Don't talk about family members behind their...
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go...
Well, that's it for the supplies.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here. You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
What do you think of the members you've met so far? Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Huh? Fremine, what are you doing here?
Well,
Hey, nice to see you again!
Oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with...
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened?
Yes. Just a fall.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth. You can call me...
Claire...
It's nice. Does that name ring any...
No, not at all. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for.
No, I haven't told anyone.
For how long? So ever since...
I know what I'm doing.
Really? 'Cause from where I'm standing, you know the rules of the house.
I've thought it through. Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to... That night, while I was sleeping, that feeling of being haunted, of here...
So what you're saying is... that...
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, if Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an action. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadow. I couldn't just hand her over to be...
So what's your plan then? You can't keep... Come with me.
Those two sure care. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell, right? I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette...
Linny?
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened. You and Lynette are the most...
Oh, looks like things are getting kinda heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes on.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Oh, wait a... Well, we're all friends here.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not...
What are you getting at?
When guests are around, family... I... just... Thank you.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. That means finding out
I've tried that already.
And?
And... she even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits.
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish... Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she...
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first... Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets...
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I swear.
Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our... There's no time to lose. Let's go.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this.
She said she's full, but the food...
That's right. Based on what I've been able... Still, when she's presented with food...
Does she know that she is already...
I've tried to ask...
Clairvy, if you've got some time...
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and
It's just that
the roster? The people in charge in this house.
Wait, does
is there anyone that can vouch?
Perry. She's my...
Have either of you heard of that name?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, but it's maybe it can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
to go outside, where the sun can find me.
that's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you...
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst-case scenario happens, and you too. Okay, I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
Let's fly!
It's the knave and child. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Heart...
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need... But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed.
Project Stu...
Yeah, that's... Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting...
And what a sweet little daydream that is. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you...
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, right! We're super close.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I've met some of the members, which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard. Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Oh, wait. Did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to...
Well, nothing much. Oh,
Hardly. Although, it would be... Call yourself a Fontaine.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontainian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontainian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The Primordial Sea would...
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the...
Good.
Actually, I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly...
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so... friendly. The losing party would lose everything.
They were that high stakes?
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable... Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay, okay. I get the... Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find...
Again, maybe this is a...
All right.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that.
We should probably get going to...
Oh?
Oh,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. Apologies.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the... But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could... Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look! Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get...
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, L'Endroit, Chambel, Horaire... Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Wait.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life. Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a few.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past. Times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and...
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and they're...
That's to be expected, actually. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot, certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But people like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision.
These kinds of conflicts...
Well, that's true. But it just feels... I can't say for sure. But I think they've...
You think she's been inciting them to...
No, not exactly. She's told me about...
And they just...
Clairvy's words probably...
This is...
Whoa. What's this project?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the... I only know what Father is... Because the House of the Hearth was so successful...
Wait, but is it...
Key role. Father thinks so too, but it's just that...
Okay, super complicated...
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the... I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Philly...
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Paimon was looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... You have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Trust is effort, Traveler. Look! Look over there! Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
Giddy up!
Over there!
Let's fly!
is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast. Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy!
Shh. I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh?
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clairvy. We need you to tell us what you know.
Sure. Although, everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor.
You're saying it's just that?
Everyone thinks
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's discreet. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Perry. Also, it almost feels like she's not really... Well, in any case, she looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. Perry and I promised each other that, but I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. You should really go talk to Mother. But we just fought. She doesn't want it. What should I do?
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early...
All right, looks like we're...
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what we met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals,
Secret experiment? Could...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself. The details of the experiment are confidential. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the knave and the doctor work together to do something horrible. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly.
Father didn't come back last. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
It's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract you? A good one, but...
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along, if only for your friends' sakes.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon does. Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want. Okay, then we.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get a—
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate.
Does that mean you're going to kill—
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives?
But don't—
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. That perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do.
But—
Ah, you seem concerned. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, if their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with— well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up. It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't—
It is only right that an esteemed— Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit...
I heard you have a certain a family, as someone who watched... Of course, objectively, not all rivers...
Did you?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed.
It may have been tainted.
I seem to recall there being a
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually unless absolutely necessary.
I presume I can take...
Tartuffe, of course, if you...
You choose your words...
My thanks for your Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from...
Indeed.
All right, Traveler Paimon.